Hello and welcome back to Rev Endurance Sports, and today we're going to do a Rev review, unboxing slash review. This is a product that I've been using now for a couple of weeks, so it doesn't take an in-depth review or amount of time to know that something is good in this case. And what we're going to talk about today is Spur Cycle bells. Now here's the thing. Many of you that watch my channel for that have been watching my channel for a while know that I tell people to get a bell. For years I thought it was silly and nerdish and foolish and who knows what other things I thought. And maybe I thought I was the cool guy yelling, "On your left!" as I was, you know, yelling at some person that was just out there just enjoying their day riding their bike and not in a competitive headspace at all, and here I am yelling, "On your left!" Or a lot of times I wouldn't say anything because I would just go by so quickly that I thought it wasn't even safe to yell "on your left" because I didn't want them to veer left or look over their left shoulder and then veer. So I've been promoting riding with a bell on this channel quite a bit. I did a 1 minute 30 video the other day about, please get a bell. And I rode on a bike path and I rang the bell and people would yield to the right as I was passing them on their left. Some people waved at me. One girl gave me the peace sign. I mean, it's just a very friendly interaction. There are those who say, "Oh, but everyone wears headphones." Don't waste your time putting those stupid comments down below because I laugh at them and I'm like, dude, so what? So they wear headphones. Get a bell, right? Like, now go get your Shine Box if you know what that's from. All right, so Spurcycle. Now, these are some of the best bells that are out there, arguably some of the best bells out there. And they come in this beautiful little case. I mean, come on. You got to give it to them. Paper packaging, so no plastic. All the other bells that I've purchased have come with a plastic backing or something like that. So, and then look how neatly and beautifully that is displayed in there. So, you pull the bell out. So there's the bell. And look how small that is. This is the bell I was riding before, and it's much smaller. That's the top of the bell. And I rode this bell for I don't know, a couple of years, but it has a plastic dinger and the bell. Now, there were some cool things I liked about this bell because once I had it installed and I put my bell underneath my handlebar, so it's not facing up, it's underneath. And I like it there because then I hit it with my thumb. So I have my hands on the tops of the bars and I ding the bell with my thumb, right? So what I liked about this bell was that this could rotate when you had it installed on the bar, right? So see how this strap stays in one place, but the dinger moves around, right? So you put put this underneath your handlebar. I ride like this, boom, and I ding the bell. This one, smaller. There's just so much metal on this bell that it just looks amazing. Now it's very hard to ring it, so but I'll try. So you got to hold this little top part here. It's got some very good resonance, doesn't it? So let's talk about installation of this bell. So for example, this had a strap with a bunch of holes in it, and you had this little catch here. So you'd pull it around your handlebar and then into a hole, and it was held under tension, just like maybe a light. This one has a much different system to attach it to your handlebar. And its strength is also its weakness. So, that's kind of how it goes sometimes. Inside the packaging, you're going to get these two little metal straps. And for my 31.8 handlebar, I had to use the long metal strap. Now this is going to be hard to shoot, but hopefully you can see it. So right inside here, you're going to see, let me use this. Right inside here, you see how it looks kind of like, imagine a top hat, right? So you have the big spot, open spot, and then you have like the brim of the hat, and then you have underneath it, you have an opposite, an upside down top hat. Hopefully that is in focus for you folks. So the way this goes in, you'll see that this tab, right? See how that's got a little thing there? So that goes inside here. I'm going to have to do it by looking at it. I'm sorry. And when this is under tension, it holds, right? So you put it in through the slot, but then up and into the notch. Then you put the other one around, and then this guy up here at the very top is 2.5 millimeters. And so this guy is the one that you will loosen or tighten. And you'll see there's a bolt right there. You will loosen or tighten this so that you can, so if you go into the tightening direction, you see that bolt is starting to thread. You start to see some threads on that bolt. That's going to cinch up this metal strap. So when it's on your bike, on your handlebar, because of the way I put it upside down, the only thing I see on my handlebar is this tiny little strap, metal, right? So it's a very, very neat installation. And then I have it kind of pretty far down on my handlebar. It's just a very, very clean installation. It has an amazing ding to it. The machining on it is amazing, right? And like I said, it's hard to do this because you have to hold this little black part here, but your finger still touches the bell. But that's just amazing. And that can be heard a long ways away. You don't have to yell on your left. These are beautiful bells. I should have said it at the beginning of the video. I am a dealer, so a great way to support the channel is contact me and let's get you a Spur Cycle for your bike. They are not cheap. They're about 60 bucks, but it's a high quality bell. Parts are replaceable. And yeah. And last thing before we go, all metal construction and made in the USA. So maybe the raw materials might have a tariff on it, but at this point, if they're already manufactured and sitting in stock, there should not be any tariffs applied to them. It is made here in the United States. I believe they're in Oregon. I don't remember exactly, and I apologize for that. I just looked it up. Sorry. Bend, Oregon. So made right here in the US of A. And I'm in California, so it took me about 2 business days or so to get them in. And I would ship them anywhere that you live. All right. Thank you so much for tuning in. Please get a bell. It doesn't have to be a $60 bell. Get yourself an inexpensive bell. And guess what? There were some bikes I was getting in that came with a bell, a free one. So maybe the bike shop's got a few laying around that your local bike shop may have a few that are just laying around. Just like all those reflectors and stuff that they always take off, and those flat pedals they always take off. They have plenty of stuff that bike manufacturers include in the package or in the bike box that never ends in the consumer's hands. So maybe just go to your local bike shop and see if they got any bells just laying around in the service area. Get yourself a bell. It's the most polite way, and people smile and they giggle when you ring the bell as you go by. Trust me, it happens. Get out, when you get your bell, get out and ride, and you'll see what I'm talking about. Okay, thank you so much for tuning in. Please like and subscribe, and we'll see you up the road.